Hi, this is Dave, Fell Running Guide. Welcome to this week's map reading task. This week I've got a route profile that you can see there, and I've put some coloured circles on that profile. So let's have a look at that. So this is a run that I did, and here are 4 coloured circles, and I want you to see if you can find those on the map and can you work out my route. Here's the map. It's the Ordnance Survey 1 to 50,000, and I started my run at the red triangle here, and I did almost all of it on paths. So those are the hints, the information that you're getting. So let's have a look at that route. Can we work out where it goes? What I'll do is put the route and the map side by side. So to start with, I was at the red triangle there, and I went slightly downhill, a very slight uphill, and then a gradual downhill, getting steeper to a low point where I then started to rise again. These are elevation in meters. So there you can see I was probably about 280 metres at that low point. So starting from there, there's only one way that I could have gone that's downhill, and that's down this path here. This one is going uphill, so I couldn't be taking that, and this one is going off the map. So I've got to be going along here. So I set off, and then I've got a very slight down and up. So that is that down and up there. And then start dropping down gradually. So dropping gradually, and then it gets steeper. So I've got a choice here. Have I gone steeply down here towards this Malkoff, or have I gone steeply down here into Ruych Clough? Well, I went down to about 280 metres. Now if we see here, it's hard to see, but if we count the contours, that's the 350 metre contour. So this bold one here is the 300 metre contour. So this bold one here is the 250 metre contour. So if I went down to Malkoff and across here, I'd be going down to about 250 metres. Well, I don't go as low as 250 metres, so I can't have gone down to there. What about this one? Dropping down. Well, if that's the 300 metre contour there, then I cross the stream about 2 contour lines below it, which makes sense there, 280 metres. So the green circle is that stream crossing there. Looking on the profile, I then climb steeply up, a bit less steeply, and then a very steep rise up to a point just below 500 metres, maybe 490 metres there. So there's only one path coming out of here, so it's got to be this, got to be this, got to be this, got to be this. Let's just move the map slightly. So we're looking for a high point just below 500 metres. Well, what about this 494 spot height on South Head? It'd be a shame to run underneath that and not visit the top. So there is there. Okay, so that's 2 of our circles. What next? Let's move the profile along. So I'm dropping down, flattening slightly, dropping down again, and then a little rise before dropping all the way down to the low point of the route, and this here is the 250 metre height. So I'm dropping down from South Head to 250 metres. Well, remember I was dropping down, and probably a couple of kilometres along here before I start to drop right in to the low point. So I can't have gone straight down here, and also there's this little rise here, so I can't have taken that path. I must have taken this one. So I go down along here to here, turn sharp right, and then there, look, see that little ring contour? I'm just going around the back of that. So there's the little climb, and then dropping down here to Coldwell Clough. And if we look here, that thicker contour there is the 250 metre contour. So that is the low point there, just crossing the stream in there. So there is that blue circle. Okay, now I had a long continuous climb. So from this 250 metre here, I was all the way up steeply, more or less all the way, and then I got this little high point here just below the 550 metre contour, and then a little drop off afterwards. So we know that I was in there. I'm following paths all the way, so the only one it could possibly be is this, and then this bridle way. So look at the contours: uphill, 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 continuing uphill, still going uphill, still going uphill, still going uphill to that point there. And then from there, let's just zoom in a little bit so you can see. From there, we actually then just go down a couple of contour lines. So that high point there is that yellow circle there. So after that, we drop down slightly and then up again, and then flattens off, and then to our high point. This line here is the 550 metre contour, so we're above 550 metres. So dropping down slightly, climbing up again, climbing up, and then flattening off round in here, and then the high point 569. There's the 550 metre contour line, so that's a high point there, which is that there. And then what about the rest of the route? Well, from the high point, it's a gradual downhill and then a slightly steeper downhill all the way to the finish. So there's only one path from Brown Knoll. It's this along here, slightly flatter in here, and then coming along, dropping off down, meeting these paths here, and then here is the final steeper section back down to where I started. So that point there is that point there, and then the steeper point there is that along there. So let me show you the whole thing. So that's the actual GPX trace of my route. It's not got the red arrow on it, but that's where I started there. So green circle, red circle, blue circle, yellow circle, and the purple line is the actual route that I took. So good hard run that. Interesting part of the Peak District. Anyway, I hope you got those right. Hope you found it interesting. Thanks for watching. Look out for next week's map reading task. Bye for now.